What's up, crew? It's your boy Reuben Brooks, and today we are hitting some back. Now, the way I do back is just a little bit differently from other people. I feel like I have the best method out there, but that's just me being me. So today what we did is we started off with heavy compound movements, and then after that we went into higher reps. Now, the reason why I love to start off with heavy compound movements is because it's compound, meaning it's working more than one muscle group at the same time. It's going to get your heart rate up, it's going to burn more calories, and it's going to be more taxing on the body. What we did today was deadlifts, and Chris led us through the warm-up. He has some really good dynamic movements that I'll let him come in and talk about that in a second. But the warm-up was great. It allowed us to warm up our hips, our legs, our glutes, and then we were able to warm up in the movement with doing light deadlifts first, and then we pyramided up to our heaviest set. We crushed that and we kept the ball rolling. After that, we moved on to the row machine, and the rows are really good, especially after coming from a heavy compound movement. The first exercise is going to be heavy and low reps. Every exercise after that is going to be a little bit lighter, but more volume. And that way you get the best of both worlds. This is what I like to call power building. You're building muscle, right? And you're building strength, and it all takes power. So power building is a combination of powerlifting and bodybuilding. And for me, that's the best of both worlds. That's how I'm able to build up my strength. This is how I'm able to keep my size even when I'm cutting. And this is how I progressively get stronger over a period of time. So I'm working out with my boy, Chris. Chris, let the people know where they can find you at.
What's going on, guys? Chris Wessels, on Instagram, Chris_Wessels, Wessels.
Cool, man. Now tell us, when we started the workout, you actually led the warm-up, right? So tell us what we did with the warm-up and give the people a good understanding of why we were doing that.
Yeah, definitely. So we warmed up our hips, our glutes, and our legs a little bit in the warm-up today. So we used a VersaLoop, which is those mini rubber bands. We threw it over top of our shoes, which is gonna give us some good resistance. So we started off with lateral band walks. So we're taking nice, even steps from right to left, and that's gonna help work the right and left side of our glutes. In particular, our gluteus medius, which is the upper part of your butt, of your glutes. So we started off with those. We went into monster walks, which is gonna be a similar movement. However, we're walking forward and backwards. So that's gonna warm up our hip flexors a little bit more, as well as a little bit different parts of our glutes as well. And then we finish up with some leg swings. So that's gonna really target your hip flexors, get some movement in your legs, start to get the blood pumping before you go into deadlifts, because we worked up to some heavy deadlifts today. So you really wanna make sure you have an adequate warm up before you start to get heavy on those.
Yeah, would you say that warming up this way beats warming up in the movement itself? Because, you know, a lot of people will say dynamic movement, dynamic warm-up would be the best. And in a sense, what we're doing and what you led us through was dynamic, right? But it's not in the form of the movement.
Right.
What would be the difference between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. And when you're doing a dynamic warm-up, it's great. You're stretching your muscles, you're getting the blood flowing. However, with what we did, you're warming up your glutes and your hips a little bit more than you would doing walking knee pulls or lunges, things like that. So one of the biggest things when you're deadlifting is pushing your knees out. You never want your knees to cave in similar to squats. So by doing those lateral band walks and those different movements that I mentioned before, you're actually strengthening your hips right on the outside there, so that you're able to keep your knees pushed outwards when we're deadlifting, which is gonna be crucial for your safety and form.
Workout do you feel was a little bit new or different for you?
Yeah, definitely. So I hadn't done heavy compound deadlifts in a little while, so it was nice warming up to that.
Yeah.
So once again, as Reuben mentioned beforehand, it's super crucial to work your way up into a heavy compound lift, especially something like a deadlift, a squat, or a bench press. So we really worked our way up today, knocked out some heavy sets. So I would say that was definitely something that surprised me a little bit today.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I had a knee injury, so I haven't lifted as heavy as I normally do, but I would say in the past month or so, I've been challenging myself to get back to that, which has been really great. Today, how much did we do? 365?
Yeah, we did 365 for our working sets.
Normally my working set is around 405, but 365, it felt pretty good actually. I felt pretty strong today. Granted, I did have some straps, so I did have a belt and straps, which helped. I'm a believer in using everything to my advantage. So, you know, it's if it's going to help me stabilize my core and increase my grip strength, then I'm going to do it, you know? And I felt good in the movement. I felt strong in the movement. Most importantly, because I'm 30, I felt safe in the movement. And that's the most important thing for me is no more injuries, lift properly, warm up good, and you're good to go. What else do you have to add to that?
Yeah,
Or anything?
I think that pretty much covered everything. The key to working out isn't always going to be just fatiguing our muscle. Like you said, we want to make sure we're safe in the movement. So that's why we really did that detailed warm up for you guys today. So definitely take that into account before you go into your next heavy set. And that warm up that we did with the VersaLoop mini bands can be done for squats as well. So I highly recommend that if you're going into a leg day.
Cool, yeah. All right, y'all, thanks for watching this YouTube videos. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me at approvedbybrooks.com, or you can shoot me a message on Instagram at approvedbybrooks. Chris, where can they find you?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram at Chris_Wessels, WESSELS. Yeah, definitely let me know if you guys have any questions and give it a follow.
Good work today, bro. Sweet.
Jeez, that's a wrap. Sweet, man.